Hello, welcome back, my favorite movement enthusiasts. Today we will be talking about the most effective and cheapest piece of equipment concerning fitness that you will ever find, and that will be the ground or the floor. Floor movements or floor work is absurdly effective. No wonder we've been working on this every single day over the past couple of months, going through mobility and strength routines and all different sorts of exercises and exercise routines that work just with the floor and don't require any other sort of equipment. And I consider by far the best benefit being that the floor is not only accessible to everyone, but it will treat everyone the same way. It doesn't matter how heavy you are, how light you are, how limber or strong you are, you will have to start from basically scratch. However, the level required to start out is not as high as anything else, be it weightlifting or whatnot. You don't need to have a lot of information or a lot of knowledge to just sit down in a semi-lotus position or in a Turkish seat position or in a kneeling position. And these are already mobility exercises we're doing from the comfort of a resting position on the floor. The effective thing about this is it doesn't really matter what your fitness goal is, be it lifting heavier, you're working on MMA or BJJ, you're doing just calisthenics work, yoga or whatever it is, you'll definitely find exercises and complete routines you can do from just in a seated position, laying position, squatting position, whatever it is, you'll definitely be using and utilizing the floor more and more. And the more you learn about how to utilize this piece of insanely effective equipment, the better you're gonna get in all of your sports endeavors. For instance, one of my longest goals has been tripling my body weight in deadlifts, meaning I wanted to deadlift more than 3 times my own body weight. And the floor has helped me a lot with this. What happens to a lot of people who do weightlifting, but in general deadlifting, their spine really stiffens, and that usually leads to a decrease in effectiveness even when it comes to exercises that require a rigid spine. So working on spinal mobility and subtlety helps you immensely into getting heavier and heavier weight off the ground. If you are working on your MMA or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or whatever fighting styles you are working with, then being able to work on the floor from the deepest and lowest positions, like the deep squat position, going into all kinds of rotational exercises and exercises that engage all the musculature that you require when fighting, especially in BJJ. All the hip flexor stuff and all the leg workouts and the mobility are gonna help you immensely when it comes to advancing your fighting career or just your fighting hobbies. Additionally, I can say the best bonus in general is that you don't need a lot of time and a lot of effort. Just being seated in one of these lower positions, we've talked about this 2 days ago, specific positions that are going to increase your mobility and increase your level of flexibility just by being able to rest in them are insanely effective, and you can use those just being in a semi-kneeling position like so, or in a Turkish seat, a lotus seat, an extended seat. All of those have different benefits that we went into detail 2 days ago, but are so much more beneficial compared to the amount of effort you have to put into it, because it's not that exhausting to sit in front of your TV like so instead of being seated in a chair. So you can add to your sedentary lifestyle, for instance, just working on your ankle and knee mobility from a seated position. Those micro stretches and micro movements already have a lot of benefits that you can work on without having to put in too much effort or too much time, because most people or some people don't have that. Now, by far one of the best benefits is definitely the spaciousness. Having the space to move as much as you like in all different directions will give you a little bit more creativity when it comes to your mobility and strength work, and combining those, be it through animal flow, be it through yoga or calisthenics exercises, or just finding specific mobility drills that help you advance in all of those things, is not as hard as you think. And having the creativity in movement will help you also advance all the fitness stuff you are working on. It doesn't really matter what it is that you are working on, just adding small incremental things like floor work can help you immensely be it if you only have 5 minutes to work on yourself from the floor. You have one at home. There is definitely no need to go outside if you don't feel like training outside, or if you don't want people to see you, or if you do not enjoy being outside in general. You can just stay at home and do these exercises for yourself without supervision, without having anyone checking you out. And they are just as effective as going to the gym, if not more effective, because you are building a connection to your body to understand it more, to work with it better, more effectively. And the mind-muscle connection we build here is on par with anything that you can do at the gym, especially if we consider the amount of effort it takes to find a floor compared to the amount of effort it takes to get to a gym, to change your clothes, to start your workout, and all of this stuff. Just leave your bed, switch right to the ground, and start working on your spinal mobility, for instance. So if you are interested in getting into more complex movement patterns that are going to help you advance your mobility, your endurance, and your strength, you're not going to get around working on the floor with your body weight. So I suggest you start out now and reverse your aging and heal your body in a way that is not possible if you ignore this most important and most effective piece of fitness equipment we have for free. Especially because things like fall damage are one of the #1 indicators of longevity the older we get, and being able to get into a seated position or down to the floor as low as possible from a standing position or any position that you feel like will help you immensely in not only avoiding falls but also being able to recover from them if that is necessary. So I know this was a short one. If you are looking for exercise routines that work on the floor, then just going through this channel will give you hundreds of those. With that said, sadly, however, it is all the time I have left for you today. I still have to go to work, but I will definitely see you tomorrow because we have new videos on this channel every single day. Captain Cairo, peace out.